teacher. How are you today?
Hey Frank, I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
Very well, teacher.
Nice. Let me just write down your name so that you know that you're being in this class. I also have Janet. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning, teacher.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. Okay, Janet. And I'm calling. Give me just 1 second. Aurelia, but she's not here yet. Um, let's try to give her just 1 minute to see if she arrives. All right. Right. In the meantime, gonna share my screen. Aurelia. It seems she's unavailable. That's fine. Okay, guys. Um, as you guys know, today we have a weekly session. That means that from the week number 5, we're gonna be dealing with a lot of vocabulary. This is gonna be another one of those vocabulary lessons. So today's topic is about how to make money online. I'm gonna write it right here. How Alright, so you might be wondering, why is this topic of our interest? Since, well, we're preparing to be something else than money makers online. Well, this is because in this era, we have to deal a lot with everything related with online. So that might be online learning, online working, even online entertainment. So we need to acquire a couple of those topics, and especially that vocabulary related to making money. So let's start this with a quick warm-up, alright? We are going to talk about what are the ways you guys know about making money online. Maybe you guys know about I can make money off of a website, or I can teach English online. Any examples you give me will be good, right? So let me write it. Okay. What money online? Alright, so let's start with Janet. Can you give me a couple of examples, please?
Okay, teacher. Yes, but well, the first one and the most important for me would be teaching online, which is something that I would like to do and live out of that. And many other things like buying and selling stuff through the website, or even doing some trading, which is something I'm looking up to also. So that would be my examples.
Okay. How would that work? That trading will work. You mean with the stock market?
Exactly, yes.
Oh, that's a very good example. I didn't even consider it. Very nice. Thank you, Janet. Now,
All right.
Frank, can you please give me a couple of examples?
Okay, teacher. I think that the best example is YouTube. Many people record different videos about many topics and upload this in YouTube. And with that, they can obtain some pay for that with Google AdSense. And actually, many YouTubers use Patreon too for the people get some money and they can continue doing videos. Other is the learning by different platforms. I know, for example, Plaxi, Creana,
Mm.
um, many platforms that you can use to make money. Other platform, for example, is LinkedIn. You can do one course of a specific topic and upload on LinkedIn, and you can sell in this platform. You actually can make different website because it's very
Mm.
easy. You
Yeah.
only need to have a account in, for example, WordPress, Wix. It's very easy create websites today. The most important in all the world is the e-commerce with, for example, Amazon, Mercado Libre, eBay. The people
Mm.
had a lot of the stuff in their house and sell with a simple click. Mm,
That's right.
it, I think that is the most important actually.
E-commerce is the most important for you?
Yes, teacher, because it's the digital area actually, and probably with this pandemic was more visible. But the future, for example, of the all jobs is the internet. The people had to work through the computer.
Yeah, I agree with you, and those were really good examples. Thank you for that. So you mentioned something really important, and is we're talking about magnitudes. Let me write it right here. So when we are learning about these topics, it's important to consider how big something is. In this case, Frank is mentioning how big is e-commerce, and that is absolutely true. Uh, to this date, I think the CEO of Amazon, I forgot his name, uh, Bezos is his surname. So he's the richest man in this world, and it's because e-commerce
Yes.
is so big. So that's important to know, and as well, there's something huge, and it's YouTube. So uh, Frank was talking about AdSense, and this is something we all have to deal with. In the case of Google, well, Google owns YouTube, and we're every day in contact with AdSense. I'm going to explain you about that in a little while because that's very important to know. All right, so now let's deal with something with a little bit of vocabulary. All right, so let's start with AdSense. Okay, Janet, do you know a little bit about what is AdSense and what does it do? Janet, I think you have to enable your microphone. Let me check. Yeah, you have to enable your microphone and tell me, what is AdSense?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now.
Okay. Well, absence, what I know is like a website or something with Google that you can have a blog or a video or something material that you upload on internet, and then they pay you for how do you say I I don't remember the word, announcements that
Uh-huh.
companies make. That is what I know. I'm not really involved with the terminology.
All right, but you mentioned something very close to it, and is announcements. So yeah, it's related to the word of advertisements. Maybe
Exact.
have you ever seen an advertisement when watching YouTube? Those that last five
Yes,
seconds?
all the time. Yes.
Yeah, that has to deal with AdSense. All right, thank you with that. Now, Frank, do you know a little bit more about AdSense?
Yes, teacher, I know a little about AdSense because I like to learn about different of the technology, and in the future I want to possible be a YouTuber,
Hmm.
focus in education with a particular strategy that I had that I am applying with my students. AdSense is used mainly to uh, advertise and advertisement for many companies
Mm-hmm.
that is very easy um, put in all websites. You only need to contact with Google, and it depends on that your users or links, you win some money. It's more evident in YouTube, but in probably in all websites you find AdSense
Mm-hmm.
at the right of the page. You find different access, and it's normally that Google, for example, read all your questions or your history in internet,
Mm-hmm.
and depend of the this history, Google put a specific advertisement for you.
Mm-hmm.
For that reason, if you, for example, today you searching the web shoes, the rest of the week you find many advertising about shoes. It's because the cookies and history in Google, in your Google Chrome, Mozilla, Safari, or Microsoft Edge.
That's right. Yeah. So AdSense is a platform made by Google that deals with advertisements, and it's kind of what you're saying, Frank, and that's smart advertisement. So it's specifically uh, feature for everyone. So everyone will have a special need, maybe shoes, bags, computers, and they will feature a very specific advertisement for you. So let me tell you guys how does this work. So yeah, it is a platform. Let's imagine uh, it's in the cloud, and you're a company. Let's draw a company right here. So the way AdSense works is that companies get a contract with AdSense, and well, Google will do all the information required to give you a very specific advertisement, and AdSense is going to pay money to you. To you, I mean the website or the YouTuber, or I don't have another example, but anything related with online that where you support advertisements, AdSense is gonna pay you. So there's a cycle: company, AdSense, and the final end is going to be you. That's how AdSense works. All right, now let's continue with some of the idioms we need to know about this topic. So idioms. As you guys know, idioms are special phrases we use that not necessarily relate to what we're literally saying. They might be metaphorical, like I'm talking about money, but I don't say money, I say fruits, or I say meat instead of money. So I'm not necessarily talking about in a literal sense, but I'm referring to that topic that I'm talking about. that's what I mean by idioms. So there's a ton of idioms to know, and it will
Hello.
be impossible. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Aurelia is here. So yeah, it will be impossible to know all the idioms, but I created this special form for you to kind of recognize when we're talking about earning money online. And it's basically divided into 4 words. When idioms talk about earning money, well, they will talk about money, they will talk about earning, they will talk about spending, and saving. So when I don't want to necessarily mention those words, I could use different words for, let's say, in the case of money, I could use pockets. Like the pockets in my pants, I'm referring to my money. I can also talk about money with the word of bucks. Gold. I can even say green. And in the right context, you're gonna understand that I'm talking about money. In the case of earning, it's very usual for
Sure.
people. Yeah, does anyone have a question?
What is the difference between earning and saving?
Earning is what you get, and saving is what you get but you don't spend it. So you save it for the future.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
All right. So in the case of earning, is what you get. So that many people refer to earning as food. So you can say eating. You could say any kinds of food like fruits, or even you can say, you can talk about your stomach, and that's when you say that, you're referring to earning. All right. We also have spending, and that's when our money goes. Okay, I have someone writing me. No, it's not in this group. Okay, so spending is when we leave our money, and well, it doesn't necessarily have to be in things we need. So we can use words like out. I'm sorry. Outlet is also very common. Going. In this case, we're talking about verbs, as far as I can know. And then saving. So saving is when we save money. So maybe we earn $1,000 and we save, let's say, 500. When I don't want to say saving, I can say words like holding on, tighten or tight. There's another one that's very popular, and is buckle. Buckle. And that's when it's very similar to tight. And buckle is the thing that is made of metal in your belts. So let me give you a couple of examples about these idioms. Let me scroll down. Okay, so we have break the bank. This is a very popular idiom, and it's talking about spending. But we have here the word break. So we're spending a lot of money and we broke the bank. That's what it means. We also can say maybe bring home the bacon. And you're probably guessing this is about eating, right? So eating is related to earning. So let's say I got a lot of money from my job from doing a very specific task. I can say bring home the bacon. I brought home the bacon. Let's write here earning. I can say also bread and butter. That's when I get a lot of money. I can say I had a lot of bread and butter. All right. So you start to see the context of eating, and you can guess, well, it's talking about earning money. Okay, let me think about another. Maybe foot the bill. Okay, with this one, Janet, what would you guess foot the bill is talking about?
Food the bill would be like have enough money to pay the bills.
Yeah, exactly. It means
So it would be spending or earning. Earning.
it will be spending because you're paying for something.
Okay, spending.
But how did you guess it?
I don't know. I mean bill, so I guess you pay the bill. So.
Yeah, that's right. And also we have.
Teacher, sorry. So sorry. In the first one you say break, but break is not one of the words for spending. So break is another word out and outlet and going.
This is
In
an
the first
intensifier.
okay.
I'm not using the word break to relate to spending. I'm using the word bank to relate it to spending. And to intensify that, let me write it. This is an intensifier. That means I want to emphasize that I'm spending more money than it's needed to. I use the word break.
All right. It's like in Spanish you say through the house, through the window. Botar la casa por la ventana. Something like that?
Yeah, I guess. I don't particularly know of any, because with idioms it's really hard to have translations because it's very cultural. So I guess, yeah, botar la casa por la ventana. It will work very nice.
So can you say, like, for example, I went shopping and I broke the bank?
And I broke the bank. Yeah. It's
Okay.
necessary. I forgot to mention that. And it's necessary to keep track of the tenses. So I'm saying much of this idioms in present, but if it's necessary in the context that you're gonna say it, you can say it in the future or you can say it in the past. All right?
Got it.
Nice. I have another one here that's money talks. So what could I mean when I say I'm doing some money talks? Frank, can you help me with that? It it's not necessarily related with the spending, earning, saving. So what do you think Money Talks is about?
I think, teacher, that is probably when you win some money or more money that you win in the month, for example.
Okay, so you will guess that's related to earning, because winning money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's close to that. It's actually when we have business to do, we, instead of the word business, we say just simply, I have some money talks to do. And that's it. All right. So let me think about, pay the peanuts. Pay the peanuts. So for example, I can say, well, this week I had to pay the peanuts for my college, and it's just another word to say pay the bill. So that's also related to spending. And the last one, pick up the tab. Sometimes these idioms make no sense at all, because as Janet was saying, it's very cultural. So in order to understand that, not only you have to relate to the words that I just told you, that like spending, saving, earning, but it helps if you know about the culture a little bit. In this case, we're talking about American idioms. So pick up the tab. Let's try to analyze that. And I want, let me see. Aurelia, can you please help me with that? Just take a guess. It's not necessarily it's not necessary to be correct in this one. But what would you guess? And you have to open your microphone, remember, because you have it close.
Yeah. Pick up the top. I don't know, maybe it could be like with saving, maybe like pick up like the last money that you have or something like that. I don't know. I have no idea. Pick up the tab.
But you're close, because you're saying it's to pay something, right?
Well, I was more thinking like saving. Oh yeah, or maybe like take like your last saving to pay something. It could, yeah.
And how would you try to guess that? With what kind of words? Pick up or tap? What is the clue there?
Well, I don't know what the tab means, so I will say pick up, because sometimes when you have to pay like the taxi or something like that, like you pick up the last money that you have.
Okay, so tap is the receipt. So when for example you go drinking with your friends, at the end of the day they're gonna give you the receipt, and you can also say the tap. Receipt. Let me write it. All right. Well, thank you for that, Aurelia. Now, Janet, what will be the guess for you in this idiom?
I would say that you are the one who's going to pay the bill, maybe in a restaurant, and you say, okay, I pick up the tab, I will pay for dinner, maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. So when we say that,
Okay.
is when we're offering or help to pay the bill. Let's say we went with our friends and we went drinking, so I can say, well, I will pick up the tab for you guys. So yeah, that's related to spending. And that was a very good example of when things get very confusing. And well, when we know about the culture, like tap in this case, it's used interchangeably with receive. Well, we know that we're talking about spending. All right, so I have a little assessment for you guys, and that's has to do with AdSense and AdWords. It's important to know the difference because we're every time interacting with AdSense and AdWords. So I have prepared an audio drill. I just checked it and it's not working. So I have something better, and it's gonna be a video. Now I will play it for you, but since we have different bandwidths and I'm not sure it's gonna be doable for all of us, I'm just gonna copy the link and paste it on the chat. Right now you have the link, so you will be able to see it. Let me check right quick. It's 3 minutes and 46 seconds. So I'm gonna give you 4 minutes to watch that video. At the end, we're gonna have some questions about that. So pay special attention to that. And yeah, I'll see you in 4 minutes, guys. Okay, guys, so time's over. Let me go back to the whiteboard. And okay, I have here also okay. So Janet, can you please help me tell me what was the video about?
Okay, yes, teacher. She was the woman was explaining about the difference between AdSense and AdWords. She said that with AdSense, Google pay you to show the advertisements from the companies which has contract with Google, and then they pay you so they can show the advertisement on your website. In while in AdWords, you pay Google to show your advertisements, maybe to link your website with another website or something like that. And she also said that you can have both. You can have Google paying you for the advertisement, and at the same time, you can pay Google to show, so you can show your own advertisement.
All right, very well. So yeah, it's like a cycle. If you have a company or if you have any interest in showing your ads, you pay to Google through AdWords. They're gonna develop AdSense, which is a platform to pay you and show you the ads. Very well. Okay, also Frank, please help me with this word. She talks about traffic. What can you tell me about traffic when we're dealing with earning money online? And why is it important?
Okay, teacher, the traffic in the web today is very important, mainly because it's the only guarantee that the people win money in the web. Yes, for example, you can do different websites or blog videos in YouTube, but you don't have traffic, you don't have pay. You need, for example, with YouTube, almost mil viewers or 1 million of subscribers to obtain some pay of AdSense. Yes, it's necessary that your content will be watched for many people. The traffic in the web is similar to what which people obtain your content.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. So it's the amount of people that watch your content. Very well. Thank you, Frank. Let me write it. Okay, so in this case, traffic is the magnitude we're dealing with when we're talking about the money we received. Okay, so let's go with Aurelia. So why will traffic interfere with the amount of money I get from an advertisement? And you have to enable your microphone, remember. Aurelia. Hello, are you there, Aurelia? Okay, that's fine. So let's go with Gemalis. Gemalis, can you please help me answer that question?
Hello.
Hello.
Teacher, can you repeat the question, please?
So why does traffic interfere with the amount of money I get from an advertisement?
Okay, like my partner said, traffic is, I suppose, that the most important aspect in this business because it's like in a shop in the real or concrete world
Mhm.
when where people is buying and buying elements from the shop and in the virtual world visit the website and interact with the content is uh, the similar things buying different contents for this you know
Yeah.
I don't know yes.
Yeah, very well. So, thank you for that. Now you can close your microphone. All right. So, yeah, that's right. It's important because that's what interferes with the money we make. So, the more people who watch our advertisements, the more people who watch, okay, who watch equals the more money we get. We make or we get. It will be better to say it. We get. So yeah, out of that video, AdSense, AdWords, and traffic is what you have to remember, guys. And that's it for today. I wonder if any one of you has any questions for me right now.
No, teacher, thank you. Is another meaning of the traffic is the
Mhm.
how many people use internet in each day. Today, actually, this demand is very much.
Yeah, there's a high demand for internet these days. Do you think there's enough offer for internet to equal that demand?
Okay, yes.
And why do you think that?
For example, many people today talk about it's not possible to access on page in the web. That probably is probably by the traffic. Many people
Mm.
use the same websites.
Yeah, and you make me remember of something that is equally as important, and is the quality of our servers. I don't know why I forgot that. So when we deal with a lot of demand is the the people who watch our advertisements. We also need to equalize that demand with more specialized servers. And servers is what uh, gets the websites or the advertisements to not get congested. Not congestion. That's a very good observation, Frank. Thank you.
Teacher, other thing is about AdWords. When you make a website in the code of your page, you
Mhm.
need to put keywords. These keywords is the guarantee about your appear that you appear in the first
Mm.
searches in the web. But if you want to appear very fast and first that other company, you need to pay Google.
So,
But it's very important. It's very important the keywords.
so that means when you're a company, you have to have keywords to be easily findable. You mean that?
Yes, yes, yes.
Or as a YouTuber?
Yes, in YouTube is common, but is more important in website
Oh, okay.
because you need to put the specific words, but not a lot of words. Specific word, probably 5 words, no more.
Mm. Okay, that's another very good observation. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, teacher.
Okay,
Teacher,
guys.
I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Please make like, I don't know, like some examples with the words that you put first, the old sentence, like in the idioms. Like you make an example of money. Do you remember?
Yeah, you mean the chart or the sentences?
No, the chart. Yeah, there. Can you make like an example with, I don't know, with tight, for an example?
Okay. Well, in this case, the chart it was only a reference. So when we get colors or nouns of similar nature, we're talking about these words. But yeah, we can also have idioms with these very specific words. In the case of tight, I can say, I need to tight my pockets. Let me write it. Because I'm spending too much money. I need to tight. Oh, and you gave me another idea. Let me tell you about that in just a little bit. So, oh, I just misspelled it. Tight my pockets. Yeah, that will mean that I need to save money, right?
Okay, and for an example, with earning, in the part of earning, when you say, for an example, fruits, for an example, how can you do that to mention the earning sense?
So I can say, I need to get some fruits to hold on my bank. I need.
Okay.
But before that, notice how I can make a combination with all of these words. For example, in this last one, buckle, going, and it seems like this got deleted. Fruit, sack, I don't remember. Okay, but I can say buckle and green to talk about money. So for example, I need to buckle up some
Teacher,
of the
sorry.
greens.
That one below fruits is stomach. I have it.
Oh, thank you. Stomach. Okay. So in the case of fruits, let's try to make an example out of that. So I need to make some fruits. That means I need to earn some of that. Let me think about that. I need to make. Oh, I need to make fruits out of that tree. So, what do you find in this sentence, Aurelia? I need to make fruits out of that tree. What would that mean? And it's just an idiom that I just make up right now. But you know I'm talking about money. But specifically, I'm telling you something about money. So, what is that I'm telling you? If I say this sentence. And you have to enable your microphone, remember.
It might be, oh my god, I don't know, it's maybe like, I need to make money of, like, to make a business of something, like I need to, if I have, I don't know, if I have a restaurant or something to sell,
or a business.
I need, or business, I need to make money of that business.
Exactly.
With that.
Yeah. So I need to make fruits out of that tree. It can mean that I need to earn money from my office, from my restaurant, or from any business that I have. And notice I'm pretty sure someone has used this sentence. I just made it up for you to make an example out of these words. But that's how you know when we're talking about
Okay.
either
And
money, earning, spending, or saving.
it will be okay if I say, for example, I need to make fruits. I need to make fruits to buy my or to buy a new house.
How would we get that example again?
Yeah, yeah. I need to make fruits to buy a new house.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good example. Yeah. So in that case, I need to make fruits to buy a new house. It's also applicable about earning money and saving, because if you're talking about buying a house, well, you're also saving money. It's that one is very good because you're applying two of the topics, that is earning and saving. So you can, as I was saying, you can use any of these combinations to make your own idiom. Maybe with green, or when you talk about going. Can you maybe give me an example with going when you're spending a lot of money? Aurelia?
Going no idea.
Maybe my greens are going out, right? Or my gold
Okay.
is going going up the hill.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how those words work. But it was nice of you to make me realize about those combinations. Thank you. Okay, guys, any other questions?
Okay, teacher. It was very interesting. Thank you very much.
All right, no problem. It was my pleasure. All right, guys, so I have to finish the class right now because I have another one. But it was a pleasure being with you guys, and thank you for being so responsive and for participating in this class. I hope you have a nice day and take care. Goodbye.
Thank you very much,
Thank
teacher.
you.
It
Yo,
was a
bye
great lesson.
bye. Bye bye, Sai.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a
Bye
great
bye. Thank you.